Hi, this is Di. I wanted to talk to you this morning about bullying. First, I wanted to explain about me recording while I'm driving. Yay, it got light in the morning again. I live 6 minutes from work and it is a 2-turn drive. So as long as I stop vlogging during those 2 turns, I basically just have to keep it in the lane. That's it. That's all I have to do. So I don't want you to worry. Also, when I'm looking at the road, I usually just look right above the camera at the road. So I'm not actually looking at you. I am looking at what I'm driving, but I didn't want you to worry that I was like endangering myself driving. It's kind of a curvy road, but I drive it every single day. I've driven it every day for like 8 years. Plus, I used to work out of the building that I use now for work. Before I worked there, when I was a contractor, we used the space. And so I've made this drive a lot of times. So as long as I keep my eye on the car in front of me, I'm good. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about bullying. Recently, 2 different vloggers that I watch were working on a collab project, and it unraveled for whatever reasons. So liking someone and being friends with them and being their coworker are 2 different things. And so when 2 vloggers decide that they're going to do a collab, they're really just coworkers at that point. They move their relationship from a friendship to a professional relationship. And so, you know, one of the people wasn't meeting deadlines and neither of them were meeting goals, and it unraveled. One of the people left the collab, accused the other of bullying, at which point it got ridiculous and everyone was downvoting each other's videos, and there was some bullying in the comments. And being part of the CTFXC, I remember when Charles went through his divorce, there was massive bullying in the comments. In fact, it happens even today. I even will go in to the comments, and if I see something that it crosses the line and it is plain old bullying, because like there'll be physical threats, I will report it. I'm not afraid to report it because it's not right. Those are 2 areas that I've seen bullying. And I remember back in the early days in MySpace, one of my kids, one of their not so close friends decided to start they started a MySpace page that was to make fun of him. And we took it very seriously and contacted the police at the school, and the police needed unrestricted internet access, so they went over to a car dealership and got on their Wi-Fi and looked it up, and sure enough, all the kids had their picture on their MySpace profiles, so you knew exactly who did it. And he was able to drive over to the home of the kid that started it and tell him to knock it off and take the page down and apologize, and the kid did. He actually did. So I don't know, I was bullied in high school, and I remember what that felt like, and I've been really fortunate. I haven't been bullied on YouTube yet. I mean, I saw it happen to one of my subscribers. I watched his vlogs and somebody bullied him, and I immediately reported it to YouTube, and they hid it from me. Did they take the comment down? I don't know. You know, how do you know once you report it, they take it down off of your feed? Well, and I'll tell my own story about bullying. So, you know, my father died when I was 13. And so in high school, I had the normal girl reaction, which is unfortunate, but it was a series of boyfriends. So I went out with a lot of different guys in high school as a reaction to my father dying. I think that's pretty normal, sad reaction that happens. And one of the guys that I dated went over to my car and took an ice cream cone and, you know, I mean, we weren't dating presently, obviously, took an ice cream cone and wrote the word hoe on my windshield. I still don't like hoe. I don't like ho, ho, ho. I don't like it. I don't like that term, and I won't use it. I don't like it in rap music. I didn't know this was going to be so emotional. I didn't even know I was going to talk to you guys about this. So, has your life been affected by bullying? Have bullies made you uncomfortable? Have they made you feel like you're not safe? It's taken me a long time in my life to feel safe again after stuff like that. We're singing a song at church that says that you won't be afraid because you're a child of God. Have the bullies ever made you afraid? How do you feel about internet bullying? Do you have some chime in you'd like to give? Please leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. You know, sometimes we can do fun things and eat pizza and hang out, but we have to talk about real things too. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about the real stuff. So please leave some comments. And it's after work. I am at the car wash, and there was some of my little talk about bullying that I forgot to bring up, which was the whole point of the conversation. I guess that happens. Here's the thing. King's Kaleidoscope, you know, I've been listening to that band, and I've got the CD in my car. And I ordered their other CD that they wrote previous to that, and that was actually on the Mars Hill label. Mars Hill was a group of churches in the Seattle area that they were the worship team. They were the band for that one of their churches who split off and became their own entity. But I don't know if it made the national news, but Mars Hill Church was a group of churches with about 15,000 people going to church in this group of churches. And it was actually centered up by this one pastor, Mark Driscoll. And so much so that the churches often didn't even have their own sermon preached. They would watch a video, a podcast. So people would come into church, have a worship team play, sit down, and the pastor would speak, but it was actually on video. And they would watch the pastor on video. And that's not totally uncommon in mega churches, because most people won't drive more than 15 minutes to go to church. So if they only drive 15 minutes, that way you can get that speaker to all these different locations at the same time. Not appealing to me, but some people like it. Anyway, so Mark Driscoll really built the brand around himself. In fact, he's quoted as saying, I am the brand for this church. Well, it came about that people started to realize that maybe some of his things he had authored were plagiarized, and that got into the media. And it also got into the media that he had bullied some people in the congregation. So Mark Driscoll ended up eventually losing his job at the church, and after he left, the church had to split up. They lost enough income, they couldn't stay together, and each individual church had to decide if they're going to stay in business or go out of business, and a lot of people lost their jobs. So the question to you, which I don't have resolved in my own mind, is bullying enough for a pastor to lose his job? Now, obviously in the corporate America, bullying is a commonplace thing and acceptable and happens all the time. But in a pastoral setting, is it appropriate for someone who has a spiritual job? It's not like he didn't apologize. He apologized all the time. And it wasn't that he didn't try to do better. It's just that it came out that it was pretty foundational to his character. And so he'd even gone on the internet and did some internet bullying and made fun of some people back in the early 2000s. So what do you think? I want to hear what your opinion is. Should a person like Mark Driscoll lose his job? Should his churches be defunct? Or should he get a chance to repent and straighten out? And should people stay by his side regardless? I don't know. I wasn't on the receiving end, so I can't say, but I want to hear your opinion. So leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Hi! It's time for our Star Subscriber! Our Star Subscriber is Melissa C. So Melissa's just a really great supporter of the YouTube community. She comments lots of people's videos and subscribes to lots of things. And I just want to thank her for subscribing to my videos. Melissa, if you see this, will you leave a comment in the description? We'd love to get to know you more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Bless you.
Get out of here. Go. Leave. It's over. Get out of here. Go.